Earth. Olé!
All right. Hola, amigos and amigas, and welcome to
Amigos, not Omegos.
Omegas, amigos, beans, tacos, quesadillas,
Olé.
whatever. Ole.
¡Qué golazo!
Welcome to the 4th episode of Bunt Down One. This is the Cinco de Mayo version. I'm here with LV.
Elevea. Vasallo. Lauren Vasallo.
And V.
Hola!
And I'm,
Tu madre!
as always, I'm Eric
Second in
the
Spanish.
Bearded. I don't know what the Bearded is in Spanish, but
El Bidario.
be sure to follow us on Facebook, the LV Show. Comments, questions, things like that. Throw that stuff in there, and
Yep.
we'll get to it during the show.
Yep.
As well as follow us on Twitter at LV.
Yep.
And yeah, LVEE, and we'll go from there. They've been drinking margaritas since I think like 4 o'clock, so we're good.
The mustache is coming off.
And they're having mustache. I don't have mustache.
Can I just say, people with a mustache, how do you deal with this?
I told you exquisitely. The same way I deal with my magnificent beard.
It's fucking
Mine's coming
weird.
off because of my lip
I mean,
sweat.
I have growth to do on this thing yet, but
I'm
it's a
gonna
baby
just
beard.
take mine off because it's annoying.
okay. All right, so
I love
we've
you.
got week 4, our initial thoughts and reactions. LV, how about you give us some thoughts from week 4?
I thought week 4 was a lot of fun. I thought the Trace de Mayo theme worked out really well, so kudos to Larry and Monica and the rest of the crew who helped organize that. Thank you, guys. In terms of the action on the field, I mean, I thought there was some pretty good stuff. A lot of randomness, I feel like, this week. A forfeit due to a dog. We'll get to that later. But overall, I think it was a really great week. I don't entirely remember stuff that happened at the bar.
Drunk.
That would be the
Surprise,
tequila. But yeah, I was very happy. Very fun.
Good. V?
I had a fun time. I was a little bit late because I had to babysit, but it seemed like the Cinco de Mayo / Trace de Mayo / tequila theme worked well. Kyle was very drunk by the time I got there, so it happens.
It does.
He did say on Saturday night that it was going to be a Bacardi Gold day, so.
Although we didn't have Bacardi Gold, we just
But
had
that
tequila.
it's like the status though, like
yes.
So all in all, good time. Very nice weather, which I love.
I want to thank all the teams that offered me tequila shots, the Flabanga, which we'll get to later, all the stuff as I was going around talking to all the teams. I really appreciate you guys getting me all drunk and wasted before I got to the bar. Appreciate that.
Ooh,
Love
not good. Uber that shit.
All right, so let's move on to our 12 o'clock games. The first game up, we had Three Kicks Mafia versus Alcoholics. Alcoholics, as usual, comes out and they dominate as they've been doing pretty much most of the season. Unfortunately,
You like that?
I like that. It's good stuff.
What did he do?
She's got the fonts going tonight. So
Did you notice my sweet flag banner?
I did.
$4.99.
You're a bargain.
I know.
shopper.
Okay,
All right,
sorry, go.
back to the 12 p.m. game. So Three Kicks Mafia and Alcoholics. Alcoholics, I guess they kind of started off a little slow, but after that, the game kind of opened up, and that's where you get the 13-1. The score was 16-1, but obviously books, you're going to go by mercy rule, is 12 points, so 13-1 would be the final. Three Kicks Mafia, they started out well defensively. Hell, the game was close, and then I guess it leaves, and then things kind of fell apart for them. That wasn't so much their fault. They were playing again with 8 people out on the field.
Sorry.
Timeout.
Sorry. It's condensation.
Olé.
Yeah,
Oh no!
it's okay. I can still read it. It's not a big deal. I watched this game, so we're okay. Thank
Drink
you.
up, friend.
I'm working on
Amigo.
amigas.
You boys like Mexico? Go ahead.
Anyway, so they obviously with only 8 people able to play and take the field, they had some difficulties trying to keep up with with everything. They did have one of their outfielders who was basically playing all center field and was making some good grabs all throughout the game. Hopefully, going forward, they'll get some more attendance, and that'll only help them out.
I actually wanted to ask you on that because I saw a little bit of that. So the guy was literally running in the outfield, like corner to corner, or like how is he catching all that? Is he just like freakishly athletic, or
he's pretty athletic, and he didn't drop a thing. Like, I watched the entire game. Any ball that came into the outfield that was anywhere near him, he called it, he caught it, and that was the end of it. He was basically playing your left center and your right center as one. Like, he was literally playing just straight center field and covered both of those positions. So yeah, it really was. And then I gave him props for that when I was talking to the team. He surprised and did really well. Like I said, he didn't drop anything. So Wolfpack Balzania game. I'll let LV take over for that one. I know that she was there.
I was there. I did. So. Yes, I was there. I played. Solid game all around for Wolfpack. About half of our team in the morning ran the gauntlet race. So some of us were pretty tired to even begin with, and then to have a noon game, it was interesting. And we had somewhat of a skeleton crew. The official Kwame Bomb of the week is that he said he was going to show up, and then he didn't. So
for the game,
yes,
yeah,
and for here.
Yeah.
So that's your official Kwame Bomb of the week. No, but overall, really great win for us. We had, I think, 6 runs in the first inning alone. Solid performance. Julian had some really great plays. We almost had a really nice top 10 worthy play if Art didn't drop the GD ball in the outfield. But that's fine. Balzania, really fun team. They were fun to play against. They have an Elsa lookalike in left field. She looks like Elsa, and it made me really happy. Although the catcher didn't even know who I was talking about when I mentioned Elsa, so that really offended me.
Right. Well, remind the viewers at home who Elsa is, because not everybody might not know.
Wait, I think I can.
Disney prowess.
Hold on.
Elsa is a Disney princess from the latest Disney movie, Frozen. You have Elsa and you have Anna, and Elsa's the one who accidentally freezes the entire town of Arendelle, and she sings the popular song "Let It Go."
I was told no.
Oh, all right. I was about to sing for you guys, so that's fine.
That's probably why he said no. Penny.
And then just Wayne talking shit, but it's all in good fun, and I love him. And
Wayne is always entertaining. I love him.
He is, and he was trying to call me out on some shit, but I dished it right back, and he can suck it. So.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, kicking grass and living La Vida kickball. You can do the thingy.
Oh shit!
This is why this is where Kwame's valuable.
Fucking Kwame.
And he decided he was going to go out drinking and leave us.
Yeah. Kwame.
Kicking grass and living La Vida kickball. 5-4 in favor of Vida kickball, which is actually they should have won with their name and Tres de Mayo and all that.
It's Spanish.
Yeah, way to.
Oh.
Living La Vida Loca.
Right.
Ricky Martin.
And they also want to be recognized as not only Living La Vida kickball, but the Slammin' Salmon.
That's their chant.
I like that.
Yeah,
that's their chant. Yeah,
I do like that. Yeah, that's fun.
The salmons they swim upstream, so
yeah,
they're badass.
They are. They're strong.
Teddy!
They do amazing things. And the cat is.
Sorry, my cat just loves me. She wants to be near me.
I don't think it was you. I thought it was Mouse.
Cat and mouse.
Anyway, so the big thing was that Kicking Grass wasn't able to bounce back after 4 scored on him in the beginning of the game. They tried. They made a comeback. Obviously, they made it really close, but they just weren't able to capitalize on all their opportunities.
I like their mascot,
Dickie. Yes, Dickie. He's a dog of no words. They actually left the spelling up to me for Dickie. When I asked, I said, "Well, how do you spell that?" And they were like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, is it DICKIE
It's on his birth certificate,
or EY or just Y?" I have even said that they need to allow people to steal Dickie. Like if somebody somebody can steal Dickie and take a picture of it and then get it back to them, kind of like a hostage. Yeah, Dickie, of the mascot.
It has feelings.
It does.
It's inanimate, right?
It's a dog.
an inanimate.
Oh, I thought it was a real dog.
No, it's a statue. Like, yeah, Dickie's a statue. Hence
Dog
stealing
of
it.
no words.
No words.
Well, maybe he just doesn't bark. I don't know.
Coming from the girl who also thought ESPN The Ocho is an actual channel.
Listen, I do what I want. That's
Right, well, anyway, but Dickie is a little fragile. He's been owned for a long time, so don't steal Dickie. If anybody steals Dickie, somebody's going to probably get killed. It's just the way it is. It's a dog that is widely prized by that team.
You don't want us coming after you guys.
You see these mustachioed senoritas, you don't want that. Oh, you shave. So all right, it's fine. You're dealing with that mustachioed senorita and that non-mustachioed senorita coming after you. Fury comes in small packages. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the 1 o'clock games. The first game we had was Kickleback and Balls Deep.
Speaking of dogs.
Yeah,
true.
Go for it. Lead us into that.
I showed up right when that was happening, but apparently a little black puppy went missing and was tied to a grill, and just I guess it kind of got freaked out and was running around with the grill following it, and then just bolted, I guess, and when out, I heard it went all the way past Whitney. You said by Knights of Columbus, which is like super far. Dog is okay, and it is back home safe, but quite the scare, I'm sure, for the owner. So we're happy to hear that the dog is nameless dog. We'll find out its name.
I don't know the dog's
I just know it's a little black dog.
Yeah, I was. We were finishing up our game. We were literally walking off the field to go back to like our tailgate. And all of a sudden, you just see this dog fucking jet out of the gates. And it ran. And I'm like screaming bloody murder because I just don't want the poor thing to get hit by a car. So, I mean, that road right there, that's that intersection is pretty.
Yeah, the highway's right there.
Yeah. So I saw people running after it. And I'm like, you guys are not going to catch that dog. Like, mm-mm. So the dog ends up crossing the street. And at that point, I'm like, oh my God, I can't even watch. And I was scared. I was really scared. Glad to hear that he's okay. I offered my assistance, but it seemed like they had everything under control. And I was just very proud of our New Haven kickball community at that point because everyone was just being so helpful and like wanting to help and seeing what they could do to help. So I think that just shows, what New Haven kickball is all about.
I think some people may not feel the same. Yeah. Well. David had apparently talked with Balls Deep. I don't know who he talked with. Obviously they had forfeit that game, and they wanted to either play it later or make it up another week. And initially it was kind of like, we'll see. And later on in the day when they finally found the dog, I guess they went to have that conversation again, and Balls Deep decided they wanted to take the forfeit, and Dave wasn't too happy with that.
Because I spoke to Josh and I was like, oh, I heard you guys might try to play it like, I know Dave was trying to talk to you to play it like 4 or like a little later in the day, and Josh was like, who's gonna ref? Like, who's gonna want to stay longer and like ref?
We would have found people.
And I'm like, okay, I get it, but at the same time, like, people stay there until 6 o'clock anyway, so I'm sure something. But I can really understand it from both sides because.
But I mean, it is kind of like. I was in this situation, like not obviously with a dog and stuff, but like a few seasons ago, when Stubborn was Stubborn and BC Balls was like super new, they didn't have enough girls, and it was basically our decision as to whether we let them play or we let them forfeit. And I wasn't the captain then, so nobody listened to me. And I said, you should take the forfeit because there's no chance that we're gonna beat them. And we didn't take the forfeit. We played because we were trying to be nice, and we lost like 7-1 or something crazy. So, I mean, maybe it's the same situation. Maybe they sat back and they're like, well, we probably won't win, so maybe we should take the forfeit. I mean, is that strategy? I don't know. Is that taking advantage of a poor dog owner?
It sounds like it was not strategy because they were willing to play in the beginning of the day, and then as the day went on and they got more drunk, they said no.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was strategy, but
it was just poor decision making.
Yeah, I mean, and hopefully maybe we'll be able to see if they can't make the game up, and maybe they'll meet in the playoffs. Who knows? We got into season, and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure they won't have the dog tied to a grill again. So
don't tie your dog to a not stationary or a stationary.
That kind of stuff. All right, moving on. Kick and Hops and I'd Kick That, and in a 4-4 tie. Did you got some notes on that? Didn't you,
Yeah,
Abby?
let me also start off. I probably should have said this in the beginning. So I had a bunch of notes written in my phone, and I did not save them. So I'm trying to remember all the stuff off the top of my head. But that game I did watch pretty closely. And actually, I must have left at a wrong time because when I left, Kickin' Hops was up by like 2 or 3 runs. So at some point, I kicked that and made a nice little comeback. But we had the Charger third baseman, Jeremy, I think is his name, the older guy, ponytail.
Yep.
Kicked a pretty nice home run. I mean, it was kind of an error on the right fielder's dime there, but it was a decent kick, and he brought in 2 runs, and he, he's an older guy, but he was all in ass. He was running those bases like no other, so good for him. Yeah. So that was really cool to see. Dan Verner, who is the captain of Kickin' Hops rather. At one point, he was on the mound, and there was a girl that got a pop fly kick to her, and she didn't catch it, but it landed in front of her, and he was like, you know what, nice job, way to keep that in front of you. And I was like, you know what, kudos to you, Dan Verner, just being very encouraging, very supporting of his team, and I thought that was really cool to see as well. So good job, Dan.
Interjection. If that happened to someone,
we would call each other out, no problem.
But let's say it's maybe on our Dog and Duck team or in a team that's not Wolfpack, and someone makes a mistake. Would you still say something like that?
I would. It depends on the person.
No.
It depends
if it
on
was
the
me,
person.
you wouldn't say that.
Yeah, because you should know better.
Right, but keeping it in front of you is better than letting it go over your head.
I agree, but you should.
So you should be positive.
But you should catch it because you've been playing for how long?
True.
Exactly.
All right, kids.
The other thing that I just want to know, and I had this guy's name written down in my notes, but I obviously lost those. But the first baseman for I kicked that, solid, very solid, offensively and defensively. He laid down some pretty good bunts, very quick, and he looks like he played baseball at first base before. He knows what that is.
I kicked at the purple team.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those were my notes from that game.
Okay. Well, Danny, just so you're aware, he's nicknamed is Danny Kickball, and one of his favorite quotes is he's a force of habit.
Because he's little.
Because little people are better than big people.
Well, it's not just that. It's the fact that he also is hairy. He's got the long hair and the beard, and I didn't see his feet, so we wanted to take his
hairy.
clothes
You
off.
don't know.
I don't want to know.
I went to high school with him.
Really?
I went to high school with half that team.
Oh, any awkward pictures of LB?
I can bring my yearbook next week.
Oh, yes.
Oh boy.
I need to photograph that.
I was pretty awkward in high school.
Screenshots.
I wasn't a mathlete, but I was pretty awkward. So
I can see that.
I can totally see that.
I can see your tall, lanky ass just doing goofy shit on the field. But you know what, though? It happens.
I was
Tall
5'11",
people problems.
140. I play basketball. Baseball?
My name basketball. That's how you talk. I play basketball. My name is Torrin Vishallow.
All right, back on topic here, guys.
Oh, shit. I'm not. Oh, wait, no, we're still.
No, yeah, we're good.
All right,
the next
next
game
one.
is Deadweight and Dr. Feelgood. I obviously played in that one. Deadweight, they're a good team. They're working on their fundamentals still. They haven't. This is their first time playing. They have athletes. They have players that are very quick, very powerful kickers. They got good arms. They're just on the defensive side of the ball. They've got they just have some kinks they got to work out. One of their players, the guy who's the NFL guy, last name Parker, he was trying to ruffle feathers. He was definitely talking a lot on the sidelines there, but it was all in good fun, and I thought it was pretty hilarious watching players from Dr. Feelgood get kind of
Flustered.
Yeah, that'd be a good word for it. But again, it was all in good fun. The Hunter kicked Hunter Castle. He kicked 4 RKIs for us.
That's not your pitcher, right?
No,
Will's
Will.
our starter.
Will.
Hunter's our backup.
Oh,
and,
okay.
And I'm the utility.
Will is or Hunter has blonde hair, right?
Yeah.
And he has tattoos.
Oh, man bun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. He's cute.
Oh shit!
Anyway, I actually left my game to go watch some of that game. And I just want to say, Deadway is really fun. Like,
Yeah.
that Parker dude, I just saw him interacting with you guys and, like, just getting all, like, fucking jazzed up and stuff. And it made me laugh. I really liked them.
Was he using his jazz hands when he got jazzed up?
No. But, I will say, though, their charger, Deadweight's charger, seems like he could be very athletic, but needs to fine-tune his game a little bit.
Is it the guy in the suspenders?
No.
You talking about I'm trying to think of who. That might have been. You might be thinking of Mike. Their guy Mike. He's another black guy.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Probably
I think he had like athletic pants on. I don't remember, but
Anyway.
he would like do this like fadeaway pass thing, and I'm like, you don't. And the ball wasn't even getting to first base. I'm like, if you need to get the ball to first, you can't fade away. Like you don't have enough power or enough strength to do that. So he needs to kind of learn how to pick the ball up as it's moving and continue his momentum forward to be able to pass to first. But I think he has the ability to. I mean, he has it. So just a couple things for them to fine tune. But yeah, they are really fun. I like watching them play, and I'm excited to see, how the rest of their season turns out.
Good. All right. Next up on the ballot is Recess All Stars and Bougie and Hart.
Which I will say, Bougie has signed up, and they are continuing their, I guess, empire through the summer. They just signed up in my league CTM for the summer. So
Cool.
That's pretty cool. That's a great way to get better as a team, too, because the more time you play, the more practice you get. And plus, CTM is tons of fun. We'll talk about that later. But I just wanted to put that in because I found that out today. So.
Do you have anything you want to talk about in that game?
No, because I was actually reffing the other game. So I will talk about the next game.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I do. I got it.
My tequila was starting to kick in at this point.
Well, for Bougie and Hart, Jay, he's a character for them. Last week he was the graceful mofo who dodged 2 throws as he was going from second to home.
Yes.
Like a total ballerina out there. He had a home run for Bougie that put them up. I want to say that was their end run at 3-1 that capped them off. So he continues to play very well. He seems to be fairly athletic out in the field, so he's definitely a good player. I'm trying to think of who else. John, their captain, one of their captains. He's their pitcher. I guess he had a couple of strikeouts, so he did really well. Recess All Stars. They tweaked their lineup. I don't know if this is going to be common knowledge or not, but a couple weeks ago
it is now.
It is now. The captain Mike, he tweaked up their lineup. One of the things, and I was very honored to have him come to me when we were at the bar. We sat down and then we talked, and he asked about lineups and stuff like that. So I kind of gave him a couple of quick pointers on how to structure a kickball lineup, and he said that as far as offense goes, they did a lot better offensively, even though they lost. They had more runners in scoring position and on base than they had in previous weeks. So I will take credit because obviously the players are the ones that are getting on base, and it's the coach's decision to put them in positions to succeed. So their tweaking has worked.
Yeah, but I mean, it was your knowledge of the game and your assistance to help them kind of create that lineup and have the captain, create that lineup and enforce it. So good for you.
Well,
way to go.
Thanks.
Eric Special, Bavarian Cream.
Oh God. But so they should hopefully continue to improve as they get their defense and stuff down. So moving on, what do we got next? We got Big Blue versus Pitch Don't Kill My Vibe.
AKA Team Pink.
AKA, yep.
PDKMV.
It doesn't fit. That's what she said.
Oh boy. All right, so I was reffing this game and
Give us a DL on this.
Basically, I mean, it obviously looks like it was a wash. It looks like Big Blue just was like stomping on them. There was a period of time where Pink came back and they looked pretty okay. However, Devon, I think, was their leadoff or their second, and he has a bad knee injury, I heard.
It fucked up the score.
And
oh damn it! You know what? Whatever. That's wrong. It's 12-1, not 10-1.
so anyway, Devon went to bunt, and as he was to run up first base, he took a tumble, which is very much unlike him. So we really hope that he gets back to himself. Otherwise, it was just boot after boot, really. And I have never seen that. Well, actually, I probably have seen this. I may be lying. So I used to play on Pink years ago, and Alessandro, Al, and Derek were like the dynamic duo in the outfield. But recently, they've moved Derek to pitcher, and he's a great pitcher too. But they have nobody in the outfield besides Al, and I literally saw them. The ball would drop, and everybody around it would just go like this. And nobody was running towards it. Nobody even tried to catch it. And you've got Al, who was in left field, darting over to right field, who's obviously running too fast, and the ball was bouncing off his chest because he's not supposed to be over there. But anyway, so if they can work on that, they would have been in a lot better shape. Like, just go and catch the ball. Like, try. So frustrating when people don't try. But otherwise, it was fine. Nothing really crazy. Choma tried to complain about my foul call, which is pure Choma instance. And that was about it. I had Jeremy Davis and Mario, Jeremy Davis was assisting me at the third base ref, and then Mario was assisting Jeremy Davis because third base is obviously the hardest base to ref. So I appreciate that.
That sounded like sarcasm.
It was super sarcasm. Anyway, but I mean, well done, and it doesn't look like the same Big Blue that we're used to seeing, but they were able to obviously take advantage of Pink's weaknesses. So
good.
That's what I have to say.
I just had a Devon smiley or sad face next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not himself.
I don't know if it was a knee or an ankle.
It's a knee.
Is it his knee?
And his knee gave him some problems when he was in Ogtech with us, but so it must have gotten worse or something must have happened. So go to the doctor.
Get better, Devon.
Yeah,
and I still have your
get
camera.
that looked out.
I still have your camera. Sorry, bro. Okay. Yeah.
Banana hammocks and panty dropping pitches, 2-0. They didn't show up in man thongs again, and I'm kind of disappointed at that.
Yeah.
No man thongs
You
at
know
all.
what?
It's over.
And
Let's just let it go.
We probably should.
Let it go. Let it go. She teed it up. I had to take it.
I was told
Pow, the home
no.
run. Just like that. Swing right ahead of pinata.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It took you a few swings, actually.
You know what? It was strategy, and we'll get there.
cheating.
We'll get there.
It
We'll
was
get there.
cheating.
No, it's strategy.
Anyway, so, but the man thongs weren't needed. They shut out panty dropping pitches. It was a close game. They finally got one in the win column, which is good for them.
I heard from the first baseman.
You have to stop interrupting someone. Go ahead.
I got don't involve me in that. I'm just doing the.
Go ahead, B. What'd you hear?
No, it's okay. I don't need to share my input.
Go ahead, Eric. You could tee her up.
Okay, Doug.
Tee the mama.
For hammocks, pitched a shutout. They played solid defense all game long.
Sorry.
Shit.
I'm just so funny. I can't help it.
Martin from Panty Dropping Pitches came by after the game and gave them some of his meat salsa.
Oh, yes. I heard
him.
him. He came over. He told us it was a meat salsa because it was cold. And Morris sat there and argued with him for 15 minutes as to whether it was chili or salsa. And Morris was like, no salsa has meat in it, and it's not cold. This is cold chili. It was so funny.
That actually makes a lot of sense that you mention it, because he tried to offer me some, and I was kind of like, I think I'm good.
Everybody was so creeped out about it because it looked a little bit like cat food.
Meat salsa just sounds like...
It sounds gross, but if you say chili, it sounds better. What'd you say?
You have to repeat that. I'm not
What did you say?
Dick salsa?
I don't think I would want that.
Me either.
Me either. Ew.
All right. Anyway.
So Andrew, for Panty Dropping Pitches, had a, I guess you'd call it an ESPN tip drill play, where there was a line drive that came at him, and it was just out of his reach, but he managed to deflect it up in the air, and I believe the pitcher or the charger was able to make the catch after that. So that was a great play. They kept the game close. And, I mean, that's really all you can really say about it. Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead. Give me
So
what you got on the game.
as I was leaving, Mike plays soccer. Man City reference number 1. He plays soccer with a lot of the guys from Banana Hammock. So we were talking to them after. And I forgot the name of the first baseman. What's his name?
Alex.
Alex was talking about how, and I was like, oh, like you guys won, like that's awesome, blah blah blah, like, you know, you're better than, like you should be winning, like you're good. And he's like, yeah, our defense is just slacking. So I don't know. I mean, like, not, or maybe he said offense. I don't know. Shit.
She was drunk too.
No, I'm never drunk.
Tequila.
But anyway, like they have so many guys that are so good. Like I don't know if it's like a lineup issue or what, but like use them, do stuff, win.
Great.
Is that it?
That's all I have to say.
Thanks, John Madden.
Russell Morris goes #terrible story.
Hashtag Russell is a butt.
All right, so let's move on to the next game. We got Beastie Balls versus Incrediballs. I know you didn't have a whole lot to say about this to me on the field, but I'm going to turn this over to you. I'm going to sit back and kind of cross my arms and watch the clock.
So all I'm going to
You're on the clock.
Oh gosh. All I have to say really is, you know, I was happy with how my team performed. I really wanted to get in the double digits, but I didn't. It's always my goal is getting double digits. But
Sounds like a dick move to me.
And I am very proud. Michael Mancini, reference number 2. He was he was playing first base, which is his new home, and he got a few rusty throws, but he was still able to make a lot of great tags and get people out. And so that was really good. And Mario had made a catch in the. Can you stop? Mario had made a catch in the center field area and threw the ball to first base, and it ended up tagging the runner. Like it was just like a perfect, like that's like a sizable area to throw and get accurate at. So anyway, happy with my team. They're great. And I will turn it over to LV.
Oh, you want me to talk? So
I'm done.
Apparently, there was a controversial instance in this game.
I would just call it shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
The restaurant with all the white
All the shit on the walls.
Hey, Farva.
Anyway, stand track. I'm sorry about that.
So I spoke to all parties involved with said controversy / shenanigans. And apparently what happened was Rich was played an inning out in the outfield and was taken out of the game, didn't play any more defense, and when it came up to him coming up to kick, he didn't come up, and the top of the order started. So Rich was last in the lineup, and he didn't step up to the plate. V noticed, called him out on it, and there was some controversy, because rightfully so, like, that should be an out. So I spoke with head ref, Steve
Castellan.
Castellan?
I'm pretty sure it's Castellan.
Steve, Big Blue Steve.
Steve-O.
Steve-O. Who is Steve? No, that's not Steve.
That's
Steve-O. Great. I spoke with him. I spoke with Steph Leahy, the captain of Incrediballs, and I spoke with Kyle Settle and V. So I spoke with all parties involved. And from my understanding, it sounds like Rich showed up, and he showed up late, and Steph said, oh, I didn't put him in the lineup yet, V, just add him to the bottom of your lineup. So they did that, but Chun was unaware of this change, and so when Rich was supposed to come up to kick, Chun was like, no, what are you doing? You're not in the lineup, because Steph didn't tell him that he was in the lineup. Meanwhile, Steve admittedly said he was wrong by not checking the lineups beforehand. So, you know, Kyle was there to kind of say, okay, well, it's going to be an out. So, and he told Steve, you know, what the proper procedures were in terms of collecting lineups at the beginning of the game. So it sounds like it was just kind of a big misunderstanding. Rumor has it that Incrediballs has tried to do similar things in the past. I don't know. I am speaking on behalf of rumors. But that was the instance of the game. Turns out it didn't really matter because Beastie Balls won handedly anyway. But yeah, that was kind of what happened. That's how I understood it. And I have the combos of people that I spoke with, so I have my sources and my backup. So if you want to come at me, bro.
Don't come at her.
It's like lineup gate 2015.
I also printed out the rules, the rule book. So if you guys need to refer to any ruling on
I
that,
believe it's actually section 4 that
we'll get
talks
to that
about
later.
this.
Yeah, we
Okay.
don't.
All right.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
To the game before the last game of the day was Great Balls of Fire versus Sidekicks. Sidekicks won this game 8-2. They were not happy with their play overall, but more disappointed in their defense than anything else. They they don't allow very many runs at all. They're known for very good defense. Even as stubborn, nobody really scores anything against them unless it's like Wolfpack or BC Balls or even Big Blue. The other top echelon teams up there. So they were they thought that was unacceptable, bold lettered all caps, unacceptable. But that was more on themselves than being upset with Great Balls of Fire. There was apparently some words going on back and forth within the two teams. Sidekicks is usually the silent confidence team that comes out there. They don't really talk a whole lot. They
Their
kind of
girls,
keep to themselves.
their girls talk though.
Do they?
Yeah. I haven't played them yet. I don't know.
Yeah,
A little bit.
I don't,
A little bit.
I watched the game, but I didn't pay specific attention to anybody. I wasn't listening to anybody that was chirping back and forth to the other teams
It's
and
just
stuff.
chirps.
So yeah, but Great Balls of Fire was trying to add some facetious commentary, and basically kind of they were lack of a better term, they were talking shit, but they weren't trying to really ruffle feathers. They were basically doing it more to lighten the mood and knowing how quiet and serious Sidekicks takes the game. And it wasn't well received, so they kind of were going back and forth. And there was something about baldness and other things,
that's
and
something you
going
don't
back
wanna
and
do.
forth. Yeah, apparently male pattern baldness is hereditary. It can be very hurtful and all that
It
stuff.
is hereditary. It's from the
it
mother's
is.
side.
It is. So yeah, but all things said and done, it was a good game played by both sides. And I mean, anything that comes of it, as far as the chirping going back and forth, should just be buried and be brought back up during the playoffs.
Chirpity chirp.
I like to say two things. Number one, Sidekick's Charger is fucking legit. He was making some plays. Smart player, like throwing the ball to second when he should be. He palms the ball like it's nothing. Like this guy's hands. I think you actually told me his hands are like ginormous, right?
Yeah.
You know what that means?
Absolutely nothing.
It means he has big hands.
He has big gloves. That was my joke.
So it's fun watching him play because of that. He's just a really good player. And the second thing I want to say is a whole new world.
Why did you want to say that?
Don't worry about it.
No. I want to know.
So multiple scoregasms.
No. I want to know.
It was a bet.
Bet. With
My
who?
friend.
Yeah, which friend?
Don't worry about it.
Oh.
So wait, before we move on,
We should
I have a
start having
question.
George references in the podcast.
I have a
What we're
question.
talking about.
So, wasn't it a few weeks ago that you said about Great Balls of Fire's Charger, who's 80 pounds or something, and
Probably,
he
yeah.
runs his mouth
Yep.
or something?
Yeah, I sure did.
Was it the Charger that was talking a lot of the shenanigans?
Oh.
I don't recall.
Oh.
I'm not gonna. We don't need to be placing blame and stuff like that.
I'm just
if you know
saying that
somebody's
that would be...
a shit talker, then someone's a shit talker,
I'm
and then whatever. We know you are.
So are you, and so are you.
I don't talk shit.
And so is Penny. Oh, look, Penny.
But anyway, last game that we got in the bout is multiple scoregasms and new hey. LV, what do you got in this one?
For this one, I went up to Kristen Pepin. I think she's the captain, right? She's the captain of
I think so.
If she's not like the captain, she might be a co-captain,
Yeah.
or if not, she's up there in the echelon.
I went up to her and I said,
I like that
what's the
word,
name of your
echelon.
team again? And she said, multiple scoregasms. And I said, oh, okay, and you're playing Incredibles, right? She's like, no, you fucking idiot. That's a new hate. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's my tequila. But, I mean, pretty dominant game. 5-0 for scoregasms. I think they kind of had it coming to them. But I will say with New Hey, we're trying to set up a love connection.
Oh, I heard.
Yeah. I won't say the names.
Someone and someone else.
From one New Hey team to another team who I don't know if I'm allowed to say the other team, but there is another
Probably
team.
no.
So I'm
Probably
not
aren't allowed
going
to say anything. So stop.
But yeah, we're trying to set it up.
I witnessed.
You did. You were there. That's
I
right.
was, I was there.
You're right.
And yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Well, with Scoregasms, they had the Flabongo, which for those who don't know what the Flabongo
Oh, that
is,
one happened in Vegas. I saw that in Vegas.
The Flabongo happened to be it's basically a beer funnel, but it's a flamingo, and you pour the beer into the back of the flamingo, and you basically chug out of the beak, and it basically it seemed to be the beer hits you a lot faster than a regular beer funnel. So it was interesting. It was reserved. It's an honor for Scoregasms because that's
there's actually a team.
You have to stop interrupting.
Listen, you need to go sit somewhere else.
I'm not.
I can't help it. This is what I.
You're killing me, Smalls.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Uday!
I'm gonna shove that up your left nostril.
Don't get all fat.
It will.
Someone's awake.
So the Flabongo is an honor on the Scoregasms, and it goes like the MVP drinks out of it after every game. They actually had two, and I raced the MVP. He did it a second time.
So you used said Flabongo.
Yes, I used the Flabongo, and I enjoyed it. It was interesting, and it was a lot of fun. You know, the Scoregasms, they're a high energy team. They're a great team for tailgate and stuff like that. They're a bunch of great people. They have a lot of high character profiles on the team and stuff like that. It's a group of people, and New Hey is coming along on their own. They play decent defense. They're putting things together. I'm willing to bet that they will. If they at least score a run, they will pull out a victory at some point in the season before the playoffs. I guarantee it.
So there's a team in the fun games of Wacapalooza, if anybody doesn't know, is part of the Founders Cup in Las Vegas, and kind of best of the best go there and play for the World Championship. But there's also another side of it called the Fun Games, and there is a returning team who's got to have been going for the past, lots of years, and they are called the Flabongos, and that is their trademark to drink out of a Flabongo.
Cool
Story, Hanson.
Thanks, Bean. Appreciate your feedback.
Sorry.
No, I was being.
Whatever. Let's move on.
Okay, so real quick, we just want to we posted a photo today, right, a couple hours before this podcast.
Oh yes, it ruined a date in 5 words.
Yeah. What 5 words would you say to ruin a date? And we had some good responses, and we just wanted to read a couple of those responses before we get into previewing next week's games.
I'm going to read the ones that have lights toward them. We have our winner so far has been Nathaniel Johnson with 13 likes, and he says, I host a kickball podcast.
Which is ironic because he also hosts a kickball podcast, so don't think you were getting out of that one, George.
Then we have Jason Klein with 9 likes, and his is, my name is Lauren Vassallo.
That's just rude.
Which is funny because when I first saw the picture, that was the first thing that came to my mind.
You know
because
what?
I knew it would have been funny, not because I was trying to be insulting. Because I could have easily put Sarah V as well.
That's true. You could have put anybody.
Exactly.
So some runners up, we've got Kevin Mize, I am not technically married. Myself with 2 likes, I play on the Wolfpack.
That'll ruin a lot of dates.
Eric Schessel.
Do you like blue waffles?
If you don't know what blue waffles are, do not Google it. You will be scarred for life.
Don't. It's not worth it. We have Russell with 3 likes. Han did not shoot first.
I don't get that.
That is from Star Wars.
Oh, I've never seen Star Wars.
Well, you're a loser.
We'll explain it to you later.
Okay.
We have Larry with 2 likes. Are you even in me? Pretty sure I'm a like for that.
I love that one. I laughed out loud when I read that leaving work.
LV has 1 with 2 likes. Want to play adult kickball. Russell again. Mother will be joining us. That was pretty funny.
That is fine.
And me again. Want to meet my cat. We've got some more. You want to go over your faves?
I think you kind of just read 95%.
No, I didn't. I read.
So.
Are you kidding me? Look at all these.
Yeah, you still read a lot of them. We got
you read the best ones.
We got time stuff to go.
All right, I gotta take this off. I'm sorry.
You're gonna take off the mustache. Now I'm the only one with facial hair.
You're wasting time. Let's hurry
We
up.
are. All right, so now we are moving on to the bar. Who is that guy, that girl? Who gets that award this week?
That guy this week goes to the one and only Mr. Kyle Settle.
And what is he getting that award for?
Kyle Settle decided to, in the middle of a Foursquare game, to sit smack dab in the middle of the court, taking up all four squares. Fat Kyle, regardless or not. And had Becca DeWaco not been there, he probably would have sat there and argued, but Becca, one of our teammates, was able to coerce him off the court.
As far as somebody like Big Dave didn't come by and just like scoop him up and carry him out of there like a little child.
I didn't see this happening. I only saw photographic evidence. So I don't even know the entire story. So I probably shouldn't even be reporting it, but it was too funny to not share. So that is your That Guy award for this week. So way to go, Kyle.
Yeah, get a golf clap.
And for that girl, I don't know who that. It's probably me again because apparently I was
No,
doing
you know what?
karate chops.
I'm gonna give it to Steph Leahy with her sweet roundhouse kicks of the giant Jenga. She was going ham on that stuff, showing us her kickboxing skills.
Stop.
And
Podcast.
anyway,
Read that shit out loud.
if anybody has noticed, icing is coming back.
Yes.
If you don't know what that is, that means you are given a Smirnoff Ice and you have to chug it on one knee.
You are given is not the correct word. Presented.
Yes, you
You're
have to see it. So you have to trick someone into looking at it. So on the field, LV iced me. Well,
Because Pat Cub iced me and I didn't want to give it, so I gave it to Sarah.
which was great. And then LV iced Jeremy Davis.
Oh, can I tell how I iced him on that?
Sure.
So we had a pinata at the field, and someone on Scoregasms actually broke it. But I took the head of the pinata, which was still fully intact. It was just cut off from the neck.
It was decapitated.
Yes, it was decapitated. And I brought him to the bar, and I used him as like a little puppet in the bar. And I put a Smirnoff Ice underneath it with the puppet, and I presented to Jeremy Davis, and he did not think that it was a very good presentation, but I think he's lying, and I told him to drink, bitch. He actually wasn't going to take it until I put it in his beer. Like, he had a full beer, and I just, like, put the bottle in this cup, and I said, you're going to drink this, and then he drank it.
See, no, I'm not 100% on all the ins and outs of the rules of icing, but I didn't think that you could actually, like, be holding on to it.
I didn't. I put it in his beer.
Right, but no, I'm saying that you couldn't actually, like, be holding on to it hidden and then have somebody basically trick something like that. I thought it had to be hidden somewhere, because if you saw it, you'd have to drink it, even if you placed it and forgot about it later.
Oh, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. We'll have to look that up for another time. But if anybody has all the wizardry and magic know-how regarding icing, feel free to let us know on
who's trying to bring this back?
I'm not telling you.
That'd be Michael Mancini. I'm just going to mark that as another count.
No, you said it! You said it! That's bullshit.
Anyway, moving on. So now, anything else real quick? Anything else from the bar?
Not that I can remember.
Nah, I don't really remember much, to be honest with you.
No, nothing about horsey back rides?
Oh!
Nope, nothing to talk about.
Okay.
Apparently, V hopped on my back to
I rode her like a fucking horse.
to save me from someone. Okay.
Excellent. All right, so moving on, we've got this coming weekend is Mother's Day. Everybody, if you have a mom or are a mom, will be giving a special Happy Mother's Day to everybody, and bring your mothers out if they want to come out and watch all of our drunken shenanigans on the field for yet another holiday.
Yeah, bring them out to the field.
Yep, bring your mom to the field. It's kind of like mommy's or parents and daughter to work day type thing, right?
Yeah.
So bring your mom to the kickball field day. So go ahead and do that. Let's move on to our Week 5 predictions and game of the week. Who's a dick?
No, you said predictions.
Oh, wait, we're starting with the game of the week?
We're starting at 12 o'clock games.
Yeah.
Balzania versus Pitch Don't Kill My Vibe.
Yeah.
What do you think, LV?
I'm going to go with Balzania.
Balzania.
I'm going with Balzania as well.
Well.
Kicking grass and 3 Kicks Mafia.
I'm gonna go for my friends on 3-Kick Mafia. Even though they probably won't win, but I'm gonna hope they win.
I'm gonna go with Kicking Grass.
I'm kicking grass myself. Next game we got up is Banana Hammocks and Wolf Pack.
Wolfpack.
I guess that means a Wolf Pack.
How do you say Wolfpack in Spanish?
El Wolfo.
Paco del Wolfo.
Paco del Wolfo.
El Perro de Wolf.
Obviously, that's wrong. I'm not a Spanish major. But I'm also going Wolf Pack.
Duh.
All right, so 1 o'clock games. Beastie Balls and Big Blue. LV, who you got?
This is hard. These teams have a very reputable history. Beastie Balls I'm lying. Beastie Balls has a lot of former Big Blue players. There's a lot of intense rivalry between the two.
No, there's not.
Kind of.
No, there really isn't. There's no bad blood at all.
No, there's no. I didn't say bad blood. I said rivalry.
No, rivalry to me ensues bad blood.
No, you can have a friendly rivalry.
Yeah,
people that.
I have no connection to Big Blue because I obviously never played for them, but there are people on my team that do.
You have like half your team from.
No, I've got like 4 people on my team that are from there.
I think
Key people.
I'm gonna go with Beastie Balls. Big Blue has been struggling a little bit this year. While they do have a good core of their players, something's just not clicking for them, and I think Beastie Balls is capitalizing on a lot of other people's mistakes. So, Beastie Balls.
New mustache. Obviously Beastie Balls. And I don't mean to say it obviously, but like LV has said, Big Blue is good, but they're not as good as they used to be, and there's some holes in what they do, and I have written them down. Yeah. But.
Is this your villain laugh?
Yeah. Is it good?
It was slightly intimidating. That sounded like you were burping and coughing at the same time. I don't know what the hell that was.
Come here, I got to pee.
No.
No.
Hold it. So let me ask you this before I make my pick. Are like half your starting lineup going to be missing this coming weekend for soccer and stuff like that? Because that could
that's actually a very good question.
It's actually so my starting lineup is not make or break it, but there is a solid 2 to 3 people that if I don't want to say too much actually. So we will be there in full force.
Okay, then I got to go Beastie Balls. All right, moving on. We got Dead Weight, Livin' La Vida Kickball. LV, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Dead Weight this game. I'm feeling it. Let's go Dead Weight.
That's a dark horse pick. V, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with the Slammin' Salmon.
I too am going Salmon Slammin'.
Come on, Dead Weight.
Slammin' Salmon.
Don't do me wrong.
It's Slammin'
Salmon.
Salmon.
Balls deep, great balls of fire. This should actually be a really good game. V, what do you think on this one?
Balls of Fire, they have some strength and stuff, but they don't have the knowledge. So I'm going to go with Balls Deep.
Balls Deep. Jamie Mathis, kick another home run. You won't do it.
That sounded like a challenge.
Also, Caroline, the captain of Balls Deep, is a great spin instructor. So go to her spin class.
There you go.
I'm going against the grain here. I'm going Great Balls of Fire.
Okay.
I think they've got the tools to succeed. 2 o'clock games, Dr. Feelgood and Kickin' Hops.
Dr. Feelgood.
Feel good.
And obviously I'm biased, so I'm going with Dr. Feelgood.
Wah-wah.
Alcoholics and New Hey Hey. LV, who you got?
Love my New Hey Hey brothers, but alcoholics.
Yeah, alcoholics.
Alcoholics. And Sidekicks and Kickleback. LV.
Sidekicks, but I do think if Kickleback can play how they used to play, then they will be a tough game. But they're not doing that, so Sidekicks.
Yeah, we gotta go Sidekicks on that one. 3 o'clock games. We're going into Bougie and Heart versus I Kick That.
That was fancy with the heart.
I had that earlier too.
Yeah, she did it earlier. But anyway, V, who you got for this game?
I'm trying to touch it.
Don't touch what?
I'm trying to touch this. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. I'm gonna go with I'd kick that. Kumandre.
I'm gonna go with I'd kick that too.
As am I. I got to go. I'd kick that. Bougie's playing really well, but I think I'd kick that has a slight edge with more talent.
Excelente.
Recess All Stars versus multiple scoregasms.
I'm not gonna tell you anything.
Don't. LV, what do you got?
I really don't know what she thinks it could say.
I just didn't want her to say it.
Yeah, no, don't say it.
You can't censor me.
I just did.
I'm gonna go with scoregasms.
I'll go with scoregasms because Recess can't do anything lately.
That's not very nice.
Well, like they're scoring like 1 or 2
V,
points.
we're gonna get shut down because we're
Oh
making
God!
really
Another team's gonna start to hate me now. I like them though, Lauren Hopper. I like Mike. I like those people, but come on, you're better than that.
That's better rather than telling them, other things.
I'm not good with my words.
That's
Garrett.
why you just don't talk.
Well, then you gotta find a replacement.
Penny, you want to step in?
Hey, you want to come play?
Oh, Jesus. All right, well, I'm going multiple scoregasms. And the last game of the day is Incrediballs and Penny Dropping Pitches. LV, who are you picking for that one? It's going to be another tough one.
Yeah. Both teams.
What was that?
Your cat doesn't love you. You saw PETA's going to be all up in this bitch.
I've never heard her do that before.
That was really funny.
Oh, I feel so bad.
I think I'm going to pick Incredibles.
I'm thinking. This is my hat. I'm gonna go with Incrediballs, but quit with the shenanigans.
I too am going Incrediballs. I'm even wearing the green shirt.
They were.
No, they were that green.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I know what I'm doing.
Right. Well, fuck me, right?
No.
No, thank you. Bat free.
All right, so we went through all those games. I guess now we're into, I don't know how much time we've got left.
I don't even. Yeah.
What time do we got?
It is
2 minutes.
9:30, 9:28 rather.
All right, so real quick.
Oh, Martin just sent me a picture. He's wearing the V beads.
Nice. All right, one of the things that I wanted to get out before we had to sign off this evening. First off, thanks for everybody that tuned in to listen. We had a few good viewers. I appreciate that. We all appreciate that. One of the things I wanted to get out there is the Home Run Derby is coming May 17th. Just like we did for breast cancer awareness, it's going to be for the Urban Resource Initiative. It'll be $10. If you want to get into it, all you need to do is email myself or Kyle and let us know you want to be in it, and put your name on the list, and I'll collect money when it comes out, and there'll be more details on all of the ins and outs, rules, and all that will come out. Kyle will send out an email soon, and let's get a bunch of people out there and raise some money and have a lot of fun. I know it was a lot of fun. People enjoyed doing it last season in the fall. I don't know if you guys actually watched it.
I was at the graduation, so I didn't.
I remember it being set up, but I think I couldn't. I was working on Sundays at that point, so I wasn't.
Well, it was a success as far as I was concerned. We raised a good bit of money for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation when we did it for that.
Nice.
So hopefully we'll have a good turnout this time.
Nice. A couple people have already signed up. You said, right?
Yeah, I think who signed up? V.
Tu madre.
My mom didn't sign up.
Yes,
but,
she did. Your mom kicks homers.
That's for Michael.
She does. No. We can't count that. She didn't say it. But yeah.
You can't count the last one, because I didn't say it either.
All right, so we're down to 2. But whatever. So we've got. We do have a couple people that are signed up already.
I think Bill Ryan from Wolfpack is going to sign up too.
Okay. Well, so spread the word to your teams. Let people know what's going on, and we'll go from there. Does anybody else have anything before?
I do.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I am the CSR of CTL, which is Wednesday Night Summer League Kickball. We are starting on June 10th. Our sponsor bar is Trinity Bar and Restaurant, which is the old O'Toole's. And signups and registration will close May 19th. So sign up. If you don't know how or you're confused, you can email me, sgordon@kickball.com. we're hoping to have a kick-ass season. It's fun. It's not like Ivy. It's way more laid back, and we have different themes every week. It's pretty cool. So do it.
All right. LV, what do you got?
I would like to bring up 2 things. Number 1, mid-season party on Saturday, May 16th. There's going to be free beer, free well drinks, free food for as long as they last, or as long as supplies are in stock or whatever. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think there's going to be a DJ.
Oh, maybe if they pay for it.
Don't do that. I'm sitting right next to you.
So make sure you guys are around for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then the other thing I want to bring up is the Northeast tournament on June 6th. There's going to be a competitive tournament and a social fun charity side tournament. If you guys want more information, I know Kyle's been pumping it. I know Chad just sent out an email this morning about it, and we're actually going to have a special podcast that week.
Yes, we are, featuring Chad himself. Chad Barton, for all of you who don't know, is the senior rep. He runs most of the Hartford area for WACA, and he knows a lot and has been doing this for a while, so it should be a really great time.
We'll go over rankings and predictions for that tournament. So we have a lot to look forward to in the next couple of weeks here, people. So
stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Check your calendars. And
that was my closing, and you just fucked it up.
Eric, do you have any last remarks?
No, you guys are giving me a headache.
Are they the maracas?
Probably.
Toodles!
All right. Thanks, guys.
Adios, amigos.